Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer. In this video, I'll be going over the key features of the new DeWalt Ultra Tough Duct Tape. The SKU number for this is 77922-99233. This is available on Amazon. It does sell for around $13 and this is 30 yards in length. I'll include a link in the description if you are interested. So first, let me show you the roll before I take it out of the packaging and tell you all about the key features. So first off, this product is made in the USA, which I'm always happy to see the American flag on any product that I review. It does include global materials, but it is manufactured in Sarasota, Florida. It's made of a heavy-duty woven cloth and is super thick. This is probably a good time to show you the competitors to demonstrate how much thicker it is. These are the other ones on the market, so you can compare and see the difference for yourself. I picked up Gorilla Glue brand and Duct Tape brand. Okay, so in each of these, the core is exactly the same on each tape, and the width is the same. It's 1.88 inches in width. Here's the Gorilla brand up next to the DeWalt brand, and as you can see, this is only 10 yards. The DeWalt is 30 yards. The Gorilla brand is made in Cincinnati, Ohio, also of Global Materials. Here's the Duct Tape brand up next to the DeWalt one. Now this is 30 yards in length and it sells for $5.75. But as you can see, okay, this is 30 yards and this is 30 yards. And look how much bigger it is when you compare. I'm trying to get that center lined up. Here's the center lined up exactly, and there's the difference, okay? So it is cheaper, it's $5.75, but for 30 yards, but look at the quality. I mean, it's obviously at this point, I can tell you it is much thicker. So 30 yards, 30 yards. Okay, is that apples to apples or apples to oranges? I don't know quite yet. The Duct Tape brand is made close to me in Avon, Ohio, and also of Global Materials. Okay, switching gears back to the DeWalt Tape, it uses 2 to 3 times the amount of rubber-based adhesive as a standard duct tape, making it ultra heavy duty. It contains a highly concentrated rubber-based adhesive and sticks to most plastics, including polyethylene and polypropylene. This would include plastics like trash bags, tarp, plastic packaging, parts, and machinery. It doesn't call out PVC specifically, which is polyvinyl chloride, but I'd be willing to bet you could use it in some instances if the conditions surrounding the application are right. It's designed for anyone who wants a quality, ultra-tough tape that is stronger than regular duct tape, whether it is a DIYer like me or a professional. It sticks to rough surfaces, including wood, stucco, plaster, brick, metal, and more. Now the Gorilla brand says it's 2 times the adhesive, I don't know of what, and it grips on smooth, uneven, and rough surfaces, where the Duct brand just says it's for heavy duty projects. The DeWalt Tape is water resistant, not fully waterproof. I can't attest to the others. I don't know, I'm guessing they're not waterproof. I'm going to take each out of the package and show you close-ups of the tape itself. To apply the tape, your surfaces should be clean and dust-free, and they do recommend rubbing the tape onto the surface to help it achieve a better bond. To remove any excess residue, they do recommend using the tape itself as a blotter to get the extra part of that up off of the surface. The DeWalt Tape works best at temperatures above 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and for best results, always apply the tape at room temperature. Do not use DeWalt Tape on items where the temperature will exceed 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Now the Duct Tape also says not to exceed 200 degrees. The Gorilla Tape does not specify, it just says weather resistant shell. So I don't know, it doesn't call out anything specific. A couple more things to point out. The DeWalt Tape is a suitable option for temporary sealing of flexible duct. However, you might want to check your local and state codes to make sure that it meets those requirements. The Duct brand also says to check local requirements, and the Gorilla brand doesn't say anything on the matter that I can see. It's very fine print. I had trouble reading it, had to take it into the sunlight to read what it even said. I'm going to test each on different surfaces to compare how they do. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at each roll up close. Here's the Gorilla brand. it is very nice and sticky. So there's a close-up look at the two of those. So this is 10 yards, this is 30. The outward appearance is that different. It's the Duct brand. You're not gonna, obviously this is not smell-o-vision, but this one kind of has a strange smell to me that I'm not picking up. It's plasticky. They all have a different smell. This one is the strongest smelling to me though. Oh my gosh. Okay. This definitely, okay. Here's the makeup of that. But just feeling these, this definitely is the flimsiest of, and hopefully this shows up. But this definitely is more, the Duct brand is more flimsy. It's not as thick. The DeWalt and the Gorilla are probably more comparable, I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna try to do a reenactment. Okay, so here's the Duct brand. Hi, sweetheart. You don't want to get your fur in this, honey. All my cats always want to get in. Excuse me, sweetheart. Oh my God. I love you. I really do. I love you, but you're in my way. Okay. So there's those two. And DeWalt. Ooh. All right, to cut through, that gave me the most resistance. Okay. So there are all three, the Duct, Gorilla, and DeWalt. And okay, that peels off relatively easy. That Gorilla does stick pretty. Okay, so peeling that off, this does have some resistance, as does the Gorilla, more than the Duct brand. This just comes off pretty easily. So here's a close-up look at the makeup of all three of it. It's pretty darn thick. Now I noticed that the edging, and I don't know if that would make a difference for anybody, but the edging of that does have like little teeth on either side. So I'm wondering, I almost feel like if you needed to like stretch this DeWalt brand, like to conform around, maybe if an area was curved, I feel like that might do a better job, where this is pretty much straight. So, all right, I hope that was helpful. It's kind of hard to demonstrate this if you're not in a real world situation, but that's that demonstration. Here's the underside of that. And it is very, very sticky. The Gorilla does stick pretty well. And the Duct Tape. Looking at these, I gotta say that the Gorilla and the DeWalt are probably comparable to each other, where the Duct Tape is just flapping in the wind. In all honesty, I would not recommend the Duct brand whatsoever. I think the Gorilla is a better product than that, and I do think that the DeWalt is a little bit step up from the Gorilla Tape. Okay, so those are those two close up. Okay, so let's try it and just see. Here's a piece of wood. Let's just test them. Going around a piece of this wood here, because you can use it on wood surfaces. There's the Duct. The Gorilla smell, not wonderful. Now remember, when you go to adhere this, they recommend that you kind of push it into the material. All right, so for me, on this type of surface where it has like nooks and crannies, it does appear that the DeWalt brand kind of adheres down. Maybe the way that this weave is made, it kind of does look like it adheres into all the nooks and crannies, where in this, it almost is like bubbly. I don't know if it gets quite down in there. This duct tape, maybe on metal it performs better. I just am not impressed at all with the duct line. I mean, look how easily this just comes right off. It just, this is a why bother. Don't waste your money. All right, let's see how the Gorilla Glue comes off. The Gorilla brand on wood kind of just comes right off, although this is gonna pick up particles off of it. Okay. This did offer probably the most resistance taking that off. Just on these couple pieces, I would definitely say that for the value, for the money, I would pick seriously, this isn't just, I'm not trying to sell anybody anything. I'm just trying to demonstrate the differences. I would, if it was me, if you said, hey, you can have one of these free, I would pick the DeWalt line, followed by the Gorilla in a second place, and then the Duck brand. I wouldn't buy this at all. Like not even at all. I want to see how this performs on Cinder Block. So first is the Duck brand, which I don't know if you can see through in the light. Yeah, I think that picks it up. You can actually see through this tape. That's how thin it is. Okay, so there it is on Cinder. Let's give that a shot. Okay. Can you see, hopefully the camera picks up the difference. This weave is much wider too, or this is much more closely knit. The DeWalt brand. Which actually, it feels almost to me like once you push it into place, it kind of activates the adhesive. All right, so let's see how well they stick to that. All right, that comes right off. Okay, that does offer a little resistance. And that actually on this masonry, I feel like that sticks the best to that. Now, I didn't do anything to prep this area. I just stuck it up as is, but this really doesn't have a lot of dust or debris on it anyway. There's one more thing I want to test, and that is how easily the tape rips. Okay, let's try to rip that evenly. Let me try that. Let's do a do-over. Okay. Gorilla. Ooh, that rips nice and evenly. And now the DeWalt line. Oh my. Oh, okay. Let me try that again. That was a little difficult. I'm gonna try it again, going this way. Okay, that is the rip. So each of them do rip by hand. I prefer to cut them if I do have a pair of scissors, but that was I know people are probably gonna ask how easily they rip, so I figured I'd include that in this video. If you have any questions on things I didn't cover, please leave it for me in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to see future videos here on YouTube. I'm also on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, so please look me up there as well. As always, I hope this video was helpful, and I thank you for watching. Until next time, take care. I'm a sweet girl. I'm a sweet mama kitty.